Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Spring Fever. As always, it is me, XFL Jim.
For the love of fucking football!
And I am joined by the man himself. It is Eric, a.k.a. Uncle Rico.
There's just a lot of trying after play. We're trying to make some stuff happen, and they're doing a little extra pushing and shoving. We're trying to get our fucking job done.
You're damn right we're trying to get our fucking job done, and we are trying to get our fucking jobs done by bringing you the best spring football show that the Garage can offer, brought to you, of course, by Royal Retros, your one-stop shop for the best merch in the game. You want hats, you want hoodies, you want long sleeves, you want short sleeves, you want other merch. Royal Retros has it all. From the Seattle Sea Dragons to the Tampa Bay Bandits, it's all there at Royal Retros. And when you go, make sure you use promo code SPRINGFEVER, all one word, for 10% off at checkout. Eric! It was the last, kind of weekend for the CFL to be the only pro football on.
So let's just really recap. We said BC. BC fucking killed him.
Killed him. Labor Day Classics was so we'll go. You want to just go start with the recap?
All right. Well, you can finish with your thing. Sorry.
No, I was just saying the recap. So I was just saying.
I was just giving us props because we didn't do anything in the Winnipeg game, but we said BC, we said Hamilton, and we said Edmonton. Business casual, 3-1.
Look at us go. Looking to the past. Big weekend for CFL. Ottawa falls 12-38 to BC. Nathan Rourke fully online. BC getting off the schneid. They were on a crazy losing streak here. I think this was just inevitable.
So I don't mean to sidetrack. Does the CFL generate more income from the Canadian audience than the American audience?
Oh, 1,000. It's not even close. Yes.
Now, it would be interesting to me if we could find out how the Canadian viewership, how it breaks down. What is the CFL numbers against a Power 5, P4, whatever, college football, and against the NFL? How do those numbers break down?
I want to know if we can get TV numbers for the CFL have been very much up
what?
this year.
You know what I'm
very
gonna do?
good.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to message our friend to the north, Joe Madden, and I'm going to ask her right now. I wonder if she'll reply.
Well, I have the TV ratings right now for this week, Eric.
Give them, do they compare to the other ones though?
Well, we don't have any NFL right now, obviously, unless you count preseason.
I know, but does it compare college football?
I'll look at college football as well, but I'll give you the numbers. So Saturday, which was college football Saturday, Ottawa at BC, 532,900 on TSN.
That's pretty good.
Sunday, Winnipeg at Saskatchewan, the big one, 869,300 on TSN.
Okay.
That was Sunday. Monday, Toronto at Hamilton, 490,000, and then Edmonton, Calgary, 667,100.
It's pretty good.
Let me see what college football got. Because those are just Canadian.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find Rating Roundup. Okay, this is Sports Video Group. I think this is all college football, though. College football TV numbers in Canada, 2024. Sports TV ratings, maybe? I should follow this account. Nope. They only have the regular. They don't have Canadian TV numbers for college ball. CS and BBS. College Sports Nation. Nope. Sorry, Eric. Can't find the comparison.
Yeah, I'm texting Joe right now. So,
are you worried that NFL will take from CFL?
No, my argument is this, okay? If there's not that big of a gap, Like, do you like how I'm doing like this and showing Jim?
Yes.
Why doesn't the CFL just slow? Like, you had games on Monday. Okay. Why do you do extended? Do a game on Tuesday next week. Do a game. You know what I mean? Like, why? I guess that's my question.
I think they want to make it easier for people to go to the games.
That's true.
Because the only reason they did it Monday this week was because it was Labor Day. They usually don't have games on Monday. They usually try and keep it Saturday, Sunday, so that it makes it easy for people to go to games.
Okay.
So I'm always interested in this part of the season to see how the CFL dips when NFL comes. Because now, guess what? There's not really going to be that many more Sunday games. Or there's only Saturday and Sunday. There's no Thursday, Friday anymore.
Okay, then it's got to be something, dude.
There's like no more Thursday games. So like we got Friday games. I don't believe there's another Thursday game the rest of the season. There is not. There is not a single Thursday game the rest of the season. What they do is they like to do Friday, Saturday, Saturday. So they are now avoiding. I'm saying it right now, Eric. For the rest of the season, the CFL is avoiding Sunday.
So I'm looking at a Reddit thing, and this guy goes, "It feels like the MLS hype train has lost a ton of momentum, and those people are going to the CFL."
Major League Soccer?
Yeah.
Well, the CFL's been up this year, and it's been up in America as well this year. I feel like there's been a lot more focus on Canadian football this year in particular than a lot of previous years. It's been a very special season.
Oh, this
doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt, by the way. Just
team is crap, but they consistently draw at least $25,000 people per game. Argos haven't had numbers like that in over a decade.
Yeah, the Argos are notorious for not drawing people, even when they're really good, which they've been for the last couple years.
It's interesting. It's just an interesting thing. I didn't mean to sidetrack us.
No, it's something that we can like kind of look at and discuss. It's an interesting wrinkle to follow with how successful the CFL season has been, to see if they can keep the momentum that they built up during the summer into the fall with NFL. I personally don't believe college football detracts too much from the CFL. But now that they're not competing against the NFL because they now don't play on any of the same days, but I'm interested to see how people kind of react, because I feel maybe dumbly, maybe not having the full story, that a lot of American fans were watching CFL because there's no other professional football on.
Maybe.
I'm not one of those people. I love the CFL, but there's some people that, like the choice between watching NFL preseason and Canadian Football League it's a no-brainer to me.
I'd rather watch CFL. Like, for me, it's because that. Now, I'm not going to lie, Jim. I'm basically going to be worthless on the show, dude. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm going to be strictly just number situational type stuff. And
so you're not going to watch any of the Friday games?
Probably not, dude. Probably not.
Disappointing you, Eric.
Hey, buddy, you know what? My ex-girlfriend says I'm really good at disappointing people.
Disappointed. I will watch all the Friday games, and I will probably watch recaps of the Saturday games are tough. I'm not going to lie. Because I'm a college football lover to the bone.
To the bone.
And it really, it's a damn shame that more than half the games from here on out are on Saturday.
Yep.
If I could figure out a way, so I'll have my TV here, and then I'll have my beautiful CFL Plus set up. I could probably watch Canadian football and watch college football, and then we can all be happy.
So let's look at this, dude. Games that Toronto and Ottawa are going to go up against this week. Any marquee games? Oh, they're going up against Michigan, Texas.
Yeah, they're going up against Michigan, Texas. Saskatchewan, Winnipeg at the 2:00 window.
Iowa State.
And then Calgary, Edmonton at 6:00. That's Colorado.
That's America's team right there, Nebraska.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I'll be interested to see how it shapes out. I'm also interested to look back on Week 13, Labor Day Classics, the Banjo Bowl. Winnipeg wins it 35-33 against the Rough Riders. The Rough Riders are slipping, Eric. This is a classic. We've seen it before. We've seen this story. The Saskatchewan Rough Riders have a midseason slump where they just don't look good. They lose a bunch of games. Trevor Harris looked good here, but the Saskatchewan defense was not it.
Not it at all.
Couldn't really. Zach Collaros took a big hit. I think he's going to be okay, but still. Toronto loses 28-31 Hamilton. We called it. Swish on that for us. Ticats, this was a... you're owed these games. You were owed these games when you have quarterbacks like Bo Levi Mitchell.
Yeah.
He gives you a great performance every once in a while.
I mean, but they've had some bad luck this year. They're due for a game that actually go their way. So
You know who also got in for a play? Actually, a couple plays. Talia Tungavailoa scored a touchdown.
Jesus, dude. You'll be I was watching the draft. I was thinking I was going to draft Tua because I needed the fantasy draft I just did.
You have to admit, even as a renowned Tua hater, he's a good fantasy quarterback.
That's only because he has Hill and Waddle.
Go fuck yourself. I don't care. And then Edmonton wins 35-20 over Calgary. Calgary remains a benchmark team. If you can compete for a Grey Cup, you can beat Calgary. Otherwise, forget about it. Also, Trey Ford's still hurt. McLeod Bethel Thompson doesn't care. He threw 25 for 36 for 486 yards and 3 touchdowns, Eric.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah. McLeod cooked. Jake Mayer, on the other hand, for the Calgary. You want to hear this stat line?
Give it to me, big dog.
22 for 34 for 297 yards, 1 touchdown, and 4 interceptions.
Dude, that's sexy, dude.
Ouch for my boy Jake. Eric, looking in to week 14. Week 14, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks left. 8 weeks left of the CFL season.
Yep.
We're on week 14, folks. Let's take a look before I get to the betting lines, Eric. I'm going to rattle some futures off for you to see where we're at. We're coming on the home stretch. We only have 8 weeks left. The Hamilton Tiger Cats at 500-1.
No.
The Calgary Stampeders at 70-1.
No.
Edmonton Elks at 60-1.
Interesting, but you got them at a way better price.
I will reiterate for the folks. I did put $20 on the Edmonton Elks at 500-1.
I like it.
So, feeling pretty good about that one. The Rough Riders at 9-1.
Yeah, no.
Interesting. They sometimes have a late season comeback, so you are getting probably the best price you're going to get. Unless they lose again this week. You can probably snag them at 10-1 at some spots. Red Blacks at plus 750 is feisty and interesting. But they were way better at the start of the season. You're kind of late to the game here.
You're really late to the game. Insanely late to the game.
Argonauts plus 700. Interesting now they got Chad Kelly back.
Yep.
Bombers at plus 650. Also intriguing. They've been playing way better.
But it's kind of weird how they've never really gotten over that price.
It's that the offense and Collaros, the offense hasn't really gotten to cook, but the defense is playing at such a high level right now.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the Lions at plus 350. Nathan Rourke, though, he's coming back in. He's feeling himself. And then the Alouettes at plus 180. They're buying away the best team. So
yeah.
If we look at the standings currently, Eric, in the West, Winnipeg, BC tied for first with both 6 wins and 6 losses.
Okay.
Saskatchewan right there at 5 and 6. But guess what? In the West, it's crazy because Calgary has 4 wins, 7 losses, and Edmonton 4 wins, 8 losses. So this is a tight race in the West.
I think the West is going to be for a while, if that makes sense.
Like, you're not going to know till the very end?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's going to
probably.
take a while.
In the East, however, Hamilton sits at the bottom with 3 wins, 9 losses. Toronto at 6-5, Ottawa at 7-3, kind of neck and neck. And Montreal, the Alouettes at 10-1, have already clinched a playoff spot.
Yeah, so they're just going through the motions, dude. Like,
Well, I mean, they still want to win the division.
Yeah, you're right with that.
They still want to win that division because you get that nice little you get that bye.
Mm-hmm.
So, 3 teams from each one. Eric, what are your playoff? I want to hear. Oh, so from the West, who's making it? Winnipeg, BC, Saskatchewan, Calgary, Edmonton. Who's making it?
Well, I mean, BC.
Okay,
Winnipeg.
gotcha.
I need one more, right?
You need one of Saskatchewan, Calgary, Edmonton.
Elks, baby. Elks, baby.
Let's
Elks,
go
baby.
Elks. Let's fucking go Elks.
Elks, baby. Elks fucking nation, bro.
I don't think we need to worry about a crossover because I don't believe in Toronto falling off that hard. So then obviously it's Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto probably going to make the playoffs in the East Division. Sorry, Hamilton.
Tough break, boys. Tough break.
Sorry. They've been bad for a while, dude. They've been real bad for a minute. Now, Eric, looking to Week 14. Let's take a look at these game lines. Friday, September 6th at 6:30 p.m. The BC Lions head to Montreal, where the Alouettes are 3.5-point favorites, with the over-under set at 50, plus 150 on the money line for the Lions.
Oh, God.
They're begging you to take the Lions.
They are. Because of that, I want nothing to do with it.
I'm taking Montreal. I'm taking the Alouettes here. Give me the Owls. Minus the 3.5. I don't give a fuck. Cody Fajardo and this Montreal offense is going to run all over BC. And Montreal's defense is the best in the league. Give me Montreal here, minus the 3.5. Saturday, September 7th at noon, Toronto versus Ottawa. The Red Blacks are 1-point home favorites. Basically a pick'em with an over-under of 51.5, plus 100 on the money line for the Argos. Ugh. Both these teams had a pretty bad loss last week.
I would take Ottawa here minus the 1.
Yeah, I would also recommend to our clients, Eric. Recommend to the clients to take the Red Blacks minus 1 nice point here. I will be betting that. Give me Ottawa minus 1. At 2 p.m. on Saturday, the rematch we've all been waiting for, the Rough Riders versus the Bombers. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers are 2.5-point home favorites. Over under 48 plus 124 on the money line for the Rough Riders. Eric, are we going to stop, drop, open up shop?
Yeah, we are. Give me the Rough Riders. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
All I'm doing in this one is I'll bet the 2.5, and I'll sprinkle a little bit. I'll sprinkle a little bit on the money line, but I'll bet the 2.5. And then, Eric, at 6 p.m. Saturday, Calgary versus Edmonton, running it back. The Elks are 3-point home favorites, over under a 51, plus 130 on the money line. Ugh.
I mean, I would lean. I feel you kind of have to fade the Elks, dude. I'm not going to lie.
I feel like you probably do. I think I would take Calgary plus the 3, but I don't know if I trust him to win. Jake Maier is just he's too volatile of a quarterback. Like, he has those games. He's kind of got a little bit of Bo Levi Mitchell in him where he has those games where he balls out of control. But they've been getting further and fewer between. So I don't know if I could trust Jake Maier.
Yeah, that's true.
On his bad days, he's easily the worst quarterback in the league right now. So, I don't know. Probably stay away from this one. This will be a very fun one to watch. But I'm going to stay away from betting it. Can't get too involved here. But you know what we can get involved with, Eric?
What's that, big man?
A cheeky little DraftKings lineup. Look at this. Look at this beaut.
How'd we do last week, man?
We did all right. It wasn't anything to really like write home about. It was fine. I think we're due for a big week, Eric. I think we're due for a big week.
Again, when we do this stuff, it just makes me appreciate the X League so much more.
You mean the UFL?
Whatever it's called.
We could do. I mean, I'm sure I can find somebody. We could do X League fantasy too if you want.
Nah.
That's a little too much for your plate.
A little bit too much. All right. Who's on bye this week again? I'm sorry.
The bye team this week is Hamilton. No Hamilton.
Calgary plays who?
Calgary plays Edmonton.
And Edmonton plays Calgary.
Yes.
All right. Give me Edmonton's quarterback.
Oh, you want a little McLeod Bethel Thompson in your life, I see.
Yep.
I don't think Trey. Well, let me take a look real quick. Trey Ford status CFL. Let me take a look at Trey Ford's status. Let's see what his injury is. Oh God. Okay, I get it. Do we know anything new about Trey Ford though? Oh, that's okay. No, I need to know. Okay, so Trey Ford dressed last night. So do you want to take either Trey Ford or McLeod Bethel Thompson or have an
Calgary is so bad against the pass.
So either one.
Well, let me rephrase this. Remind me what Ford's injury was again.
Trey Ford. I think he re-injured. What was his injury? Quarterback Trey Ford. Rib injury.
Hoof injury. But you get that rushing outside with him. Yeah, how much are they?
Okay, so McLeod Bethel Thompson is 8,700. Trey Ford is 9,300.
All right.
$600 difference.
Put in Bethel Thompson.
We'll put in Bethel Thompson. If it does become Trey Ford, I'll see if we can swap him in with no worries. Otherwise, we might have to finagle a little bit. For the running back.
I'm getting there, Jim. I'm getting there.
I almost want to go Fletcher. He's expensive as fuck, though.
Okay.
Armstead's not a bad option.
You know who gives up a lot on the yard, a lot on the ground to the running back?
Who would that be, Eric?
Montreal.
Do you want to do Fletcher? I'm sorry. No, do you want to do Stanback?
Yeah.
Little Stanback action?
Little Stanley?
Little William Stanback for BC?
Little Stans?
He gets a lot of play. He gets some good play.
Little Stanley?
Okay, first receiver. We're dialing in.
I think the Elks Calgary game is going to bloom. Give me someone from Calgary.
We want a Calgary wide receiver, and we will be rolling with. Oh my God. You know what? We're gonna take Jalen Philpott here.
Okay. All right.
First receiver.
BC plays who again?
BC plays Montreal, the Alouettes.
All right, give me a Montreal.
You want a Montreal receiver? We are going to go with our boy Charleston Rambo.
Rambo.
Yup.
We
got two flexes. So far, we're all in on just 2 games right now.
All right. What game has the highest total?
Let me take a look again. I believe it was BC Montreal, but let me double check. Oh, come on. I had it right here. CFL. The highest total would go to... It's a tie between Edmonton and Calgary and Toronto versus Ottawa. And BC Montreal is right up there, too. They're all like 50, 51 and a half, 51.
Now, did we get a Rough Riders not Rough Riders. Yeah, a Rough Riders wide receiver?
No, we don't have one yet.
Oh, no, I want a Winnipeg. Sorry, a Winnipeg.
Winnipeg wide receiver. Okay, we'll either go Dembski, Wilson, and that's it. So, Ontario Wilson or Nick Dembski. Let's see how Dembski do last week. We'll go Dembski. Okay, we got Dembski in there.
All right. How much money we got left?
We have 16,800. Do you want to get the defense and just square that away?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say either the Red Blacks or Rough Riders defense.
How much are they?
3,600 for the Red Blacks, 4,000 for the Rough Riders.
I mean, I'll let you pick that.
Let's do the Red Blacks. I trust them against our boy. So we have infinite money, all the money in the world now for our last flex, Eric.
So who's the most expensive player?
It is Justin McGinnis for BC for the Lions.
Can we afford him?
We can. We can afford anybody.
All right, do it.
Last week he got 16 points.
Hey, dude, you know what? Do it.
Okay. And just to make sure, so if I take out McLeod Bethel Thompson, I could slot in Trey Ford easily. So we could have either quarterback in.
Yep.
So this is our lineup, Eric. At quarterback, it is either McLeod Bethel Thompson or Trey Ford. Make sure you are paying attention to who they name as the starter. It is William Stanback. It is Jalen Philpott. It is Charleston Rambo, Nick Dembski, Justin McInnis, and the Ottawa Red Blacks defense.
That sounds like a winning lineup to me, my friend.
That sounds like a winning lineup to me, too. That lineup is saved, baby.
Baby!
Eric, I'm very excited for this CFL this week right here. I'm very excited.
How excited?
Very, very excited. You know what else I'm excited for?
What's that?
The X League season started.
Oh, God, I haven't watched one league.
Eric, I don't know if you actually have the ability to watch this league. I will be streaming some X League this season at some point. I can't promise when. I can't promise how. I can promise it will happen at some point. So far, here are the games that matter, Eric. Fujifilm versus Fujitsu. Fujitsu won at 36-7, which is a low win for Fujitsu. Kind of crazy.
Yep.
Tokyo Gas versus Obik. Obik won at 28-17. Tokyo Gas has been slowly but steadily improving year after year. IBM 24-12 over Old Mitsubishi. Nojima 24-7 over the Oriental Bio, and Panasonic Impulse versus the Fukuoka Suns, the domination of the week, 63-7. Now, for those of you who don't know about the X League, it's really a 3-team league. It's Obik, it's Fujitsu, Panasonic, and Obik, and then it's everyone else. This is like the least parity in a league of any football league I've ever seen.
Well, why don't you tell people why is that?
Those are like the 3 teams that really care, and also they do a relegation system. So like, there was a game that was postponed because of monsoons, but like Fujifilm was not in the X1 Super last year. Oriental Bio not in the X League Super last year. Like, a lot of these teams, they go up, they go down. They go from the area to the super, area to the super. Like, we had the Deers in the super last year. It's the talent disparity is kind of there. And these teams have just been dominant, and they continue to dominate.
Yeah.
And
What when you say care, explain that a little bit more. They just invest more.
Yeah, they just invest more. They just care about, like, they let the coaches do their thing. They invest in the players a little bit more. Talking with our buddies that are in the X League, it just seems like some teams are going through the motions more than others.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's still a very entertaining product, and I will be watching. It's for those of you who don't really like, I'm going to say this because there are people out there. For those of you who don't care about Japanese football but just want football to watch, it is an amazing thing to have if you're trying to go for that late night stretch. If you're not like Eric and have a very strict bedtime.
Hey, buddy, you know what? I work hard, man. Like, I gotta my old ass needs to go to bed. I got fucking people blowing up my phone. Like, I got work emails 24/7. I'm an old guy, Jim. I'm not young, vibrant like you.
So, Eric, the first game of this next week, September 13th. So it's not even this week. It'll be next week. Because they play every other week. They only do 5 weeks, but they play every other week. It's a very
opposite format of the CFL.
It's a weird system here. But let's see. 7 p.m. on Friday in Tokyo, in Chicago. So what's the time difference? We're gonna convert the time difference here. Shout out T1BG, my man. We're gonna do see if I can flip this. Can I flip this? In Tokyo, 9 p.m. is 7 in the morning.
Okay.
So Thursday at 7 a.m. our time, they have a game.
I'll be working then.
Or,
and how
no, sorry. Yeah, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah. So they'll be. Yep. So what were we gonna say?
I'll be working that time. And how would I stream it if I want to?
So the way you have to do it is you have to go to X League TV and kind of sign up. But you need, like, you kind of want to go probably the X League subreddit or talk with somebody who's gone through it, because it was a whole process for me. You needed, like, a bunch of Japanese information. It was a whole process for me just to sign up.
Well, there's a Japanese subreddit.
Well, an X League subreddit. Yeah, there's a subreddit for everything, Eric. But there's like ways. So I'll do a little screen sharing right now for the people. You'll eventually get a screen like this, but also it is like $20 a month. Or $15 a month. Sorry, $15 a month,
dude.
$15 a month, but you get all the games.
Yeah, it's still a lot, dude.
It's a lot. So I chose. It was either I had to choose between this and the European League of Football. I chose this,
which I give respect.
So I will be on Twitch, twitch.tv/XFLGym. Some of these games I will be streaming. So be prepared for that. Just follow me there. I'll let you guys know which ones. We have X League area this week, actually, Eric. We have my boys, the As One Black Eagles, playing the Triaxis J Stars on September 7th on Saturday at noon. So probably like Friday night. So noon in Tokyo is what time is noon? Noon is, it's like 10 p.m. here.
Okay.
So 10 p.m. on Friday night, I might stream it. I just might. After the CFL, maybe do a little X League. Eric will be snug like a bug in a rug because he's a sleepy boy. He needs his beauty rest.
Dude, Jim, man, like, I was talking to the lady friend, and she's just like, "You're all over the place this week." She's like, "When is this going to calm down for you?" And I was like, "In March when college basketball ends, like, calm down a little bit for me."
I was talking to my special lady friend, and I was like, you know what? It kind of never ends. It just shifts on what days I'm very busy. So like right now, I gave up. I'll be perfectly honest. I gave up Sundays. I gave up NFL Sundays to like give her a day. I'm not the biggest NFL guy. I just never have been.
Wow.
Eric, I've never been the biggest NFL guy. Like I'll watch a couple games and I'll listen to the radio, but I can't give up Saturdays. I am a college football diehard. It is my favorite sport on the planet. I love college football.
I give up Friday nights.
See, I can't give up Fridays right now because that's like the only CFL game I can stream.
Yeah.
So I can't give up Fridays. Now I can also, since the CFL is moving off of Thursdays, I can give her Thursdays.
Yeah,
So
Thursday.
now I can do Thursdays. I can do Sundays, but I can't do Saturdays at all. Can't do Wednesdays because we have this show. Can't do like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Monday. And then once the UFL season starts, I can't do Saturday or Sunday. Because if you guys remember, 2 games a day for both those, I was streaming, what, like 8 hours a day?
So, like, the thing is this, dude. Like, for me, like, Friday, I was at this street party called Nashwood, which is in Highland Park, Illinois. They try to make it like Nashville. And I was there with a lady friend streaming the Michigan State game from my phone. Props. And then Saturday, I didn't have any action until the 3:30 games. Went to a nice little farmer's market, buddy, in the morning. Nice little farmer's market. How's that make you
Oh,
feel?
I love going to a little farmer's
Nice little farmer's market. But yeah, I forget where we're going with all this stuff.
It's a busy time to be a football fan. I wish I didn't have to sleep just so I could watch more X League. It's a great time to be alive, though. I want to just reiterate that. It's a great time also. Oh, yeah, you got that farmer's market Riz.
Dude, I love a good zucchini bread.
That's a euphemism. I know that is. Eric, any final parting thoughts for the people out there?
Guys,
On the
Jim and
CFL,
I
X League, or anything?
Jim and I have a knack, and I'm going to throw Chase in this too, just to find these random teams that have value on them. When we look back at it, we had the Arlington Renegades XFL First League back. We're on the San Antonio Brahmas, which put us in a good position to heads for the UFL. Right now, Jim's sitting on an Elks ticket, which is absolutely insane.
I can't believe I got 500 to 1.
I'm sitting on 20 to 1 for the Grey Cup and 10 to 1 for the East for Ottawa. I mean, you know, if you guys are able to watch us and just listen to our little futures and listen to our bets, you know what? For 2 dudes in the middle of nowhere Midwest, we know our shit.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. Follow that man at eTough21 Sports. Follow me at XFL Gym everywhere. We'll see you guys next time for another fun and hot episode of Spring Fever. Bye-bye.